Alright, y'all, so I got some winding to do. Figured I would get going on that. I have Yaksha right here. As you can see, I've also rearranged the thing from the last stream to this stream. I rearranged the room. I'm actually gonna put that so you guys don't have to see the terrible hallway out there. So, rearrange the room. I have Yaksha here in the colorway Legolas. These are all minis for webs, so I'm gonna get started on that. Yes, Yarn Cam. Hello, Almost Finn. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, but yes, Yarn Cam, that is actually, you can't see the camera on the other camera here. It's like right over here attached to my ceiling, like right there. But anyways, yes, Yarn Cam. I'm gonna get my mouse out of the way. Because otherwise it'll be glowing mouse cam as well. But yeah, so I'm just gonna get started on this. This is the gradient. The truest color in here, like the color in terms of Legolas as a color, is probably this one, the darkest one here. It's probably the purest. We do a gradient, it's just a single color gradient from light to dark. So I'm gonna get started on this. This is our Yaksha base, which is a merino, yak, and nylon. And like I said, these minis are for webs, because we do some exclusive colors just for them. Where is my tote bag that I'm putting stuff in? Tote bag. Hello, tote bag. There you go. So, and if the music is too loud, let me know. I have some royalty-free music in a playlist, and so I'm playing that. Because, you know, copyright strike is not fun. I'm going to move the mic a little bit away from my mouth because I realize you could probably hear my breathing. It's not always fun, so. I have 3 sets of minis I absolutely have to get done today, plus one set that would be good to get done. So, yeah. Oh, I can totally turn the music down just a little bit. Just need the mouse over here. Where is my actual mouse on my screen? There it is. Alright, I've turned it down just a little bit more for y'all, so hopefully that works. This is a very odd music mix, I'll say that. I found Magic Music, something like that. It's on YouTube. They do all like royalty-free like remixes and stuff. And I went and downloaded a whole bunch of it because if you play it on YouTube, YouTube will ask you after a while, hey, are you still listening? And I got annoyed with that, so I downloaded it so I could play it from my computer directly. Um, and so it is basically like just a very all over the place mix, kind of like my music collection in general, but I can't use my actual music collection because copyright. Otherwise, we'd probably be listening to Heineken music right now. Stupid cord. I went back to the corded one so that I could hear the music and hear myself, but I really wish I could get the Bluetooth headphones to work with OBS though, and it's just like, why will you not work? Like, why? I don't know. Oh, something about OBS, like, in Discord it's fine, like I can use the the wireless headset as like audio and as a mic, but for some reason OBS just goes nope. And it's like, oh, come on. I don't understand. It's like, OBS, why you no work? But if you have any questions about what I'm doing, or why I'm doing it, or how I'm doing it, feel free to ask. Really only do, so we do the Yaksha gradients in two ways. One of them is like as a bundle, like we do our regular minis, and that's how we sell them to webs. But in terms of like what we sell ourselves, we actually do like this funky twisted up braid thing that I still haven't quite gotten the knack of yet. So, and that's how you'll see them pictured on our website, is like the braid that we do twisted into a circle. But the stuff we send to webs is actually like a bundle, like our regular merino minis. Oh, I should have messaged Carrie saying I was live. I know she likes watching. She thinks I know some people think this is like really good visual ASMR. In terms of like, you know, just watching the thing go round and round and round. But my lighting should be more even today because I moved things around. What do you do with all those little bits of gear clipping off? Okay, so first of all, I'm collecting them all into a box for God knows why. I don't actually know why I'm still keeping them. I just throw them out. Sometimes Becca's daughter Lily will use them to do the like the wicker balls that you can put like nesting material for birds in, so they can use them as birds. You can use them as stuffing for like plushies or amigurumi or stuff like that. I don't do any of that myself. And all of these little bits are like, you know, 2-3 inches at like most. So like, you know, or they're the ties that, you know, we're holding the yarn skein. And so I just, you know, I usually just throw them out unless somebody like absolutely wants them in terms of the clippings. Now, if it's like a couple of loops left on the winder once I'm done, that we save and we ball them up. We sell them as what we call poppers. You can put like a pop of color in your knitting. We sell poppers. But in terms of like the little short clippings, like, they're usually trash, unless somebody wants them for like bird nesting material or to stuff plushies or whatever. You're welcome. Happy to answer the question.
It's all about humanity.
Yeah, so it is, sorry, I was counting. So it is a number of rotations. So it's either, so I'm counting the number of times this goes around to form a mini, and I'm also counting the number of times I twist up the mini skein itself. Make sure that's in camera. So, you know, I have the loop and I turn it a certain number of times to get the right amount of twist. So that's why, like, even if, like, you ask a question, it'll take me a moment to get there because I'm counting and I can't speak words and count numbers in my head at the same time. I'm not quite that skilled. So, what I'll do is that, you know, I'll answer it once I'm done counting. But yeah, and Yaksha and Iakos, which is the base we do the most of, actually have different numbers of rotations because the initial skein length is different. There are different numbers of yards in the skeins. And so it's a different number of rotations, right? So our Yaksha is 437 yards a skein, and our Iakos is 400 yards a skein. So that 37 yards difference makes a difference. And with our Patos, actually, that's 467. So that's 67, extra 67 yards from the 400 yards of Iakos also make a difference in terms of number of turns. So we use the same size, so we don't move these bars here, but we do different numbers of wraps depending on which yarn base we're doing. But yeah, it basically boils down to number of rotations. And you can kind of see it on camera. So this thing here that's attached to the winder, this thing, it used to be a counter with a little metal bar that clicked when it went around. But the little metal bar broke due to use and age because this thing gets used a lot. Like a lot. Because I'm winding minis all the time. So I now have pieces of cardstock taped to it that will make a noise as it goes around so that I can count the number of rotations. So I'm doing it auditorily, not visually. Because it's a little easier to count audible clicks than it is to keep track of the thing as it goes around. Yeah, no worries. I mean, you could have asked yesterday too, but yeah, no problem. Happy to answer questions. So when I line them up by like the different skeins, right? So these are, you can't, it's hard to tell, but these are actually 4 different shades of green. Also, like, part of the reason why Becca likes it when I wind the minis is that I'm one of the fastest people to do it because I'll basically turn this sucker up to full speed. Whereas, like, when she's had other people do the winding, they're at like half speed, so it takes them like literally like twice as long to do a mini set than it takes me. If I'm not on a stream or I'm not on Discord, I can literally bang out a 7 skein mini set in about 45 minutes. So that's 7 sets of minis in about 45 minutes. If I'm like really focused and I keep my eye on the target, I can do it pretty quickly. Actually, speaking of, did I log into... Okay, so here's the problem is that I switched phones, and I'm not sure I logged into the business account on Instagram yet on the new phone. Because, oops. Yeah, no, I have not. Oopsies. I should probably do that. Settings. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do the business Instagram. Okay, please, thanks. Log in. Thank you. Awesome. Cool. It's like, oh yeah, I should probably do the thing, right? Like, actually make a post that says, like, you know. There we go. Oh my god, come on. Yes, please, thank you. Yes, allow, thank you. Oh my goodness. Like, like trying to push the post and it's just like not. Come on. There we go. Be like, hey, we're live on Twitch. That's the thing. But yeah, like we do the same number of turns, number of twists when we do the little mini skeins themselves, because then they have a consistent look. You know, if you look at the ones on the table, you'll see they all have like the same number of like turns in them, and it just looks much more nice and unified and all that jazz if we're very consistent. Meanwhile, my cat's chilling over there on the cushion like nothing's wrong. She's just like, I'm gonna sleep in a comfy spot. Okay, I was like, oh, okay, but I got my swapper. Those look quite professional, yes. Ooh, chocolate orange is nice. But yes, yeah, we want everything to look professional so you can see how, like, the wraps, there's like an even number on them, you know, they all have the same number of kind of things. So yeah, but ooh, chocolate orange is yes. I have 2 downstairs, but yeah. And I'm pretty sure there's a 3rd one still waiting for me as one of my Hanukkah gifts, because my husband did this last year. He bought a 3-pack and he gave me 1 orange on 3 different nights. Yeah, it is kind of an engineer efficiency. You're right. But also, like, I knew I wasn't getting, like, a big present for the holiday because, like, his big birthday / holiday present for me this year was my new secondary monitor for my computer because, you know, 4K monitors, even when it's a Black Friday sale, are still kind of pricey, so. I need to stop slouching. That's what I need to do. Stop slouching. Stand up straight. Ooh, that's no fun. Yeah. I mean, my graphics card can do it because the computer itself has a built-in 4K, so. I mean, my old laptop was just 1080. My old laptop was just 1080. And so, you know, my external 1080 monitor is totally fine. But when I upgraded to this laptop this year, and this had a built-in 4K, and I was outputting 1080 to the other monitor, the way the windows like jumped in size because of the scaling difference between the 2 windows was literally like driving me bonkers. Right? It was more like the scaling difference between the 2 as opposed to like the fact that one of them was 1080, because I was using 1080 for years and not a problem, but yeah. But yeah, basically, like, I've been keeping an eye on monitors and stuff, and one went on sale. One that I was looking at went on sale for like $100 off, and that was probably the best deal that it was ever going to be. So, because here's the thing, they don't make small 4K monitors, right? Like, there was very little selection in the under 30-inch category because I don't have a lot of space. If you can't tell, the ceiling is very short up here. This is the ceiling. I can press my palms flat against it without straightening my arms. It's not tall up here. So, like, in the corner where my desk is, I don't have a lot of space. I can't put a 35 or 40-inch monitor there. I need to be in that under 30 category. And even this 28-inch monitor feels really big on the desk because of just the space it's in. So, like, 4K monitors that are under 30 inches are really hard to find. So, like, the fact that one went on sale at nearly $100 off on Black Friday, and it was actually a really good one, was like, okay, time to jump on the sale because, you know, it's not a size that there's a lot of demand for monitors of that resolution. So but I mean, I had 1080 for years and years and years, and it was totally fine. I just figured when I upgraded the computer, the 4K screen was not a lot more extra. It was like an extra, like, I don't know, $50 to upgrade the screen, so I just went for it. I tend to groove along with the music, so I'm going to be kind of bopping along here. Oh, come on, you stupid. Come on. Sometimes the twist in these is annoying. That's why I kind of untwist them and then retwist them, because then, it kind of evens out the twist in the whole thing. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you know, take some time, figure out what you're gonna do, you know, but hey, getting to keep the tech is nice. Yeah, I did some cable management with zip ties and, you know, attaching stuff to my desk, but it ain't pretty back there, and you are not going to see it. Well, maybe people on, like, Stitch Cord will see it, but I'm not going to show Twitch because it's just terrible. Like, I literally, like, have a 8-port USB hub duct taped to the underside of the desk because I was tired of having it on the desk, so it's duct taped to the underside of the desk. Like, that's, like, my type of cable management is duct tape and zip ties. So I do only get 7 minis out of each full scan, so I've already done 4 of each color, so I'm on mini number 5 of these colors. So Twitch says I have a few more people watching, so hello. It says I have a whopping 3 viewers. Thank you for checking us out. If you have any questions, feel free. I am winding minis. You can see the names of the base and the color beneath me on screen there. So if you have any questions, just ask. maybe stay stuck to the ceiling, please, over there? Thank you. This poor strip of LEDs is not going to stay stuck to my ceiling. Why are people messaging me? Doing a stream. I'm so glad the unlock thing is on the front of my phone now instead of on the back, so I can like leave my phone down on the thing and just press my finger to it and it's just like, hey, it unlocks. It's so nice. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to put my phone into Do Not Disturb mode, because otherwise I am just gonna be hearing these notifications for, like, forever. That's what I get for being in group chats. Not that group chats are a bad thing, but, like, sometimes they're a little, Oh, thank you, Super Tess, for the follow. It is appreciated. Thank you very much. Realized I need to adjust something real quick, so I'm just going off to the side here, and I'm just going to turn this a little bit more. There we go. Because I was getting a weird reflection on the screen, and so by turning it just a smidge more, I fixed that. Woohoo! But yes, Super Test, thank you for the follow. It is appreciated. I hope you like yarn and winding minis, because that's what I'm going to be doing for like forever, basically. Mini number 6 now. Oh, and apparently somebody followed yesterday as well. Lynn Storms, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. You know, I don't know why I bothered cleaning up, like, that back corner of the room. You can't really see it anyways because of the yarn winder. And, well, it was good for me to go through it and clean it up anyways. Always good to go through stuff once in a while. I keep finding myself like bouncing up and down to the music, and I'm just like, oh, alright, I guess that's what I'm doing today. Bouncing to the music. But this is the last mini I'm doing of these 4 skeins, and then I'm on to these last 3 of the color, and then bundling them up with the color labels. Alright, and there we go. And so see, you can see that there's some left No, that's not what I wanted to type. I want to type live, not love. Thank you. Oh my goodness, phone. The problem is that, like, teaching a new keyboard, like, the way you type is annoying. But anyways, yes. So I have the leftover yarn here, so we actually save that and make it into poppers. We might include some poppers in our flash sale. We'll have to see. But yeah. Definitely, you know, have to get them all wound up and stuff too, because we have to do all that by hand. Because you can't put, like, you know, 4 grams of yarn on you know, not a Swift, the ball winder. So it's a little difficult sometimes. There you go. So you can see how I have the piles of each of the colors. So this is 7, 7, so 6 is going to be 7, and then 7. So I line them up so that I can then just pick them up each one at a time. And yeah. Hello. No worries. I mean, I can't even tell when you're not here, so, like, feel free. Warmhead25, thank you for the follow. It is appreciated. But yes, we I make nice little neat piles so that I can pick up one of each color to put in the bundles. So I think the cable will reach. So basically now I'm going to take the leftovers here. And I just have a hook on the back of the door there that I keep them on. Ha! The cord does reach. Awesome. Now on to the next ones. These are, like, really hard to tell, like, which ones, like, which. So I put them on in a certain order so I can take them off in a certain order. And gosh darn it, some of these shades are, like, real close. I think this is the darkest one. I mean, it might not be, but you know. I'd use most of the set. Made the daylight cowl and Yak's gradient. So basically, for using up a set, like a set of minis, whether it be Iakos or Yaksha or Pados or anything like that, this is at you, Warmhead25, basically any one skein pattern, so Yaksha is 437 yards, give or take, skein, but that means that it's also 437 yards, give or take. I tend to wind them a little heavy, for a mini set. So if you have a Yaksha mini set, you can look at patterns up to, you know, 425, 440 yards in fingering weight, and just find anything you like. You know, any basically one skein pattern would work beautifully. That's kind of what we say the minis are. You know, you can get a really nice gradient, you get a one skein pattern. We do have some patterns and kits on our website where, like, it's the gradient plus a full skein, but you know, it really depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for just a single skein pattern, then any single skein, you know, any one skein pattern that's between 400 and 450 yards, there you go, you know. And depending on gauge, right? Because personal gauge, right? If you knit a little looser, you use more yarn. If you knit a little tighter, you'll use less yarn. So, like, even if I have like a 430 yard skein, I'll look at patterns up to 450, because I knit stupidly tight, and this is just me as a person and not, like, you know, 100 ravens. I knit really tightly, and so, you know, I can maybe eke out a few more yards air quotes, out of a skein for a pattern than somebody else who knits a little looser than I do. But it all comes down to what you're looking for and what you want, and really, you know, what you have in mind, you know. Hats, shawls, cowls, matching fingerless mitts. You could make socks out of the Yaksha. It does have a little bit of nylon in it. They'd certainly be really nice and warm socks, but they're only 10%, but Yaksha's only 10% nylon, so I'll leave that up to you, whether you would do that or not. I hope that answered your question. If it didn't, feel free to ask clarifying questions. And welcome back, Coffee. Didn't even notice you were gone. Well, because unlike some other places, I can't tell when somebody leaves and comes back, so no need to apologize. Okay, cool. Checking notifications because I got a business one. Something on the computer here. Okay, that is on. Okay, cool. All right, just double checking something there. Making sure a setting was set the way it was supposed to be. Yeah, but productivity mode is not always the best mode for stuff. I basically like run my computer on like high performance at all times unless I'm running it on battery, because otherwise it's just not happening. Oh dear, please don't tell me this is... Oh, for the love of... Dang it. What is going on with this skein? Oh, please don't do this to me, you stupid... Dang it. Okay. Okay. Okay, sorry. Sometimes the yarn likes to misbehave, or it's tangled in on itself, and it likes to cause problems, and so I was just rectifying one of those. So I had a loop on the inside that I knew if I didn't fix, it would cause me problems when I was attempting to wind, so I fixed it. Go with the Yaksha socks. So, Warmhead, Yaksha is... Merino, yak, and nylon, so I'm not sure you want to go that as well. But in terms of like, it's a light-ish fingering, and it's a 3-ply. So I would match like the number of plies and the weight of fingering. So you know, do a lighter fingering that's a 3-ply to match like the feel of the Yaksha. I would do something that has a higher nylon content for the heels and the toes if you want to go that way. Yeah, so a higher nylon content, heels and toes. What you could do is, if you didn't want to do a contrast, you can get nylon reinforcement thread that you can knit in while you do the toe or the heel. I've seen people do that before. So, you know, you could also do that if you don't want to use a contrast. But if you want to use a contrast, I would suggest something that has a similar feel, so a similar like number of plies, and has a higher nylon content, you know, at least 25% nylon. Which is like a standard sock nylon content is about 25% nylon. Of course I have. So right now, this is Legolas. As you can see on screen, this is Legolas. Quelfie, this is answering, I think it's Quelfie. Can I read? I have my glasses on. Yes, Quelfie. Okay. Or Carrie, I know your name. So this is Legolas. Under the table here for later, I have Into Darkness, Morgan's Frost, and then a set on Orania that is going to be a one-off that I have decided to call Phantasmal Mercury. So that is what's on the docket for today. Finishing Legolas and then those other sets. And like Legolas is also like a more greener green on not Yaksha, because the yak yarn starts off gray. And so when you're over dyeing colors over the gray, you get more, not necessarily muted, but more jewelly tones. Oh, yes. Yeah, I automatically also go to taking the hobbits to Isengard. Like I get to that part in the Two Towers and I like have to like bite my tongue to stop myself from singing the song because he says the line, and then my brain just wants to keep doing the song because growing up with memes will in fact make them forever stuck in your brain. Because that's how it works as a child of the internet. I mean, we also have Rivendell, Lothlorien, Imladris, Helm's Deep. Do we have any other Lord of the Rings colors? I don't think so. Off the top of my head, I can't think of any off the top of my head in terms of Lord of the Rings colors, other than those. Imladris, Rivendell, Lothlorien. I mean, Imladris and Rivendell are the same thing, but they're different versions of the same color because Imladris is the elven name of Rivendell. Anyways, Lothlorien. Mithlond is not really a Mithrandir, which is Gandalf. It's just Mithlond. It's more just a light gray. I'm trying to think, like Lord of the Rings colors. No, I think that's pretty much it. We have the places. We have Legolas, Helm's Deep. Oh no, we used to have a Strider. It was brown and gray, like a really nice, like brown and gray. Can't think of anything else off the top of my head in terms of Lord of the Rings colors. We have some pretty nerdy colors, but in terms of Lord of the Rings, I think that is it. But yeah, there's always a difference between a color that's dyed on the yak and a color that's dyed on the merino. This is the only set in yak I have to do today. Everything else is on the merino. So that'll be a little brighter in color once I get there. Yeah, that's part of the reason why it's called Yaksha. There's also all of our bases are named after mythological figures. And so I believe there's also a deity whose name is kind of has something like that in it. Don't quote me on this, I'm not 100% sure. Where's the end of this thing? Oh my goodness, where did it go? Where's the end of this? Oh goodness, this is lovely. No, that's not it. Where's the end? Oh, darn it. Sometimes the yarn likes to misbehave, and that's very annoying. What do you want, Zoe? The door's open if you want to leave. Oh, you gonna stretch? You gonna do big kitty stretches? Yes, I talk to my cats. There she goes. You can leave. The door's open. Goodness, cat. Do you want to open more? There you go. See? Now you can leave. What are you doing? Nope, now she's just gonna walk in circles. Oh, that's what happened. Okay. Oh my god, I figured out why it was. Oh my goodness, that was. So, I have little marks on the bar here to tell me where to put the ends. Did I put them on the right ones? No, totally didn't. Oh my god, Zoe, don't you dare start crying. I know they'll hear you. Zoe. Now I have to undo this knot I just did, because of course, I have to undo the knot I just did. Come on. Yeah, oh my goodness. There we go. Okay. Cool. Zoe. Yes, there we go. Haha, got the correct end for the correct strand, because that is always a thing. It needs to happen. But yes, back to about, yes, it's called the Yaksha because we also have Kodiak, which is our DK weight yak base, which is merino yak and silk. That one doesn't have any nylon, but that is a DK weight. She is just a floof, and yes, I talk to them. She's like walking in circles around me. Come here, cat. Yeah, I picked you up. I know. Yes, hello. See? What? What? Oh my goodness. You cannot climb my shoulder. It's not going to work. Oh my god, she is purring. I don't know if y'all can hear it on the mic, but yeah, she is. Really, Zoe? She's like dug her claws into my shoulder here. You're not helping. I'm still upset with you after this morning, too. I'm not happy with you. No. No, I'm not. Could you let go of my shoulder, please? Your little kitty claws are sharp. Oh my god, Zoe. Yes, it's Zoe. And she's an annoying little bleepity bleep. Oh my... cat. And of course she rubs on the mic. Sorry about that. Okay, you need to get your claws out of my shoulder. Okay? No more claws in the shoulder. No. No more claws in the shoulder. Yeah. Just unceremoniously dump her on the ground. Oh, don't tell me oh, for the love of... I'm just gonna have to undo these because this is just... these are coming back out. I screwed these up and they have to come back out. This is not gonna work. Not gonna work, can't do it. All's messed up. That's what I get for not paying attention to what I'm doing. And yes, I could just cut this. I don't know why I'm being stubborn and insisting on undoing the knot, but anyways. So I have to now undo this because I messed up. And by messing up, it means that like, so on the underneath, so I'm undoing these because the undersides of the skeins are all misaligned. And basically I can't get them aligned without basically undoing it. So I'm just undoing it. Because, you know, that's apparently how my day is going. Okay. Back to the beginning on these. Now that these are all on the correct spot on the winder, it should work. She's looking at the, I moved aside so that you could see that she's, was going after the shadows that are on the door now, because I'm now facing the window in this room, instead of sideways to the window in this room, so. But this time, I can just tie off these minis easily, and there's no issues, and nothing's twisted and wrapped the wrong way. But yeah, she's been like up and down, in the cushion, off the cushion. There we go. That way she can jump up if she wants and not annoy me. What? You can leave the room, the door's open. Or you can be a little butthead. That works too. Hold up. The new color you're gonna wind later. Yeah, so, let me get this one off. I have 3 other colors here. 4 if I'm efficient enough with my time. 3 of them are going to webs. So this one that I'm doing here, the Legolas, this one is going to webs. And then I have these 2 colors as well that are also going to webs. So I'll bring this one over here. So this one is Morgan's Frost. It goes from this really, really super pale all the way to this like really nice like light purple. And then, put that down over there. And then I have Into Darkness, which this one is a little, not quite right. There we go. Okay, so Into Darkness. It's kind of a blue-gray. So it goes from light to dark. So this is also a gradient for webs, the blue-gray. And then the other set I want to get done today is this one, which is a one-off set that I've decided to call Phantasmal Mercury, and this is on our Orania base, so I'll hold it up in this camera over here. So you can see that it has like the neps in the yarn, has the little spots. Oh, that pink is blowing out that camera. Oh my goodness. But you can see the neps in the yarn. And so, yes, lots of purple. But so that is what's on the docket for today, is the Legolas set, and then Into Darkness, and then Morgan's Frost. And if I'm lucky, I'll get to the rainbow set I have. But that's just literally just a rainbow, so I'm sure you can imagine the colors of a rainbow. But yeah, if I get to it, that would be 5 sets. But I don't think I'm gonna quite last that long, because it's already 3 o'clock. Actually, I'm gonna have to take meds in a sec. But I can just step off screen for that. I hope that answered your question. What I'm planning to work on. I mean, I could just, stop talking. And you could just listen to the clicks. I could just do this silently with just the music playing quietly in the background. You're welcome. I'm glad to answer your question. Questions, plural, because you've asked a few, but that's fine. Totally not upset by that. Totally welcome them. My husband gets home from work today. I have to help him. I have to get him to help me buy a new drive band for this because it needs a new one. And he said there's some really nice ones that you can get on Master. So, yeah, that'll be good. Said you can get ones with like a metal core that like won't stretch out over time, which would honestly be amazing. So, I'm down for having a drive band that doesn't stretch out due to like a steel wire core. I'm just like, yes, please. One, too far on that. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this on the camera. Not really, because this is in the way. If I move this, okay, you can kind of see Zoe through the winder there. She just turned her head, but she was literally sitting there with her nose like this far from one of the light bulbs, just staring at it on the electric menorah I got right there. She was just like staring at her nose like nose for. Like she was like basically touching it with her nose. Yeah, you're a silly girl. Okay, what did you ask, Wormhead? Get one from TV. Oh. Yeah, I've been doing this. I started doing it in a Discord server, and then I was like, hey, I should do this on Twitch for like customers because, people will watch it. And my boss was like, Becca was like, are you sure people will watch you do that? I'm like, yes, people will totally 100% watch me do this. And she's like, are you sure? I'm like, yes. Yes, I am. Yeah, you've mentioned the ASMR thing before about how soothing it is to watch it go around and stuff. But yeah, she's just sitting here like staring at the menorah, and I'm just like, well, okay, cat. If you knock that over, there's gonna be trouble. No, you don't knock it over. She is a very silly kitty. I don't know if you can see her little head through the winder, but yeah. You a silly girl? How about you not sit on that? Yeah, you're a silly girl. Oh, this one didn't come out right. And then she gets down. Of course she does. And now she's just gonna go sit on the cushion on my desk. You'd have liked it better, actually, Coffee, before the thing actually broke. It made an even louder, more like true clicky noise. Now it's just the cardstock, but it used to be a metal one, and that made a very satisfying click. But alas, that part broke. Here we go. This is number 5 for these 3 skeins. Hey, you know, if you like it, keep watching. Not gonna stop you. Not by a long shot. Alright, there we go. Just gonna check. Got a message on the business account, so I'm gonna. Okay, that's not that. That's that. Okay, somebody made a comment. There we go. Somebody just said they love Zoe in the back of the picture I posted. Okay, we're good. Nothing important I actually need to take care of. But I posted a picture. I basically took a picture of like my view looking at my computer sitting here at the start of the stream, and Zoe was in the background. So I was like, love the kitty in the background. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Alright, one more mini, and then from the skeins, and then the set is done. I'll just need to bundle it up. Now, let's see, the stream's at about an hour. Okay, that's not bad. I'm going at a decent clip. I know that things take me a little bit longer when I'm on stream than when I'm just, you know, standing here. So, about an hour to do this. Not bad. If anybody else has any other questions, feel free. Like I said, I'm going to be bundling them up. I have the labels here. we print them out, and then I have the colorway names printed separately, and I will send on stickers, and that's how we hold the label shut, is with the colorway name stickers. We do that on our full skeins too. That's how we get the bands on the skeins. Oh, did you just... It can be very annoying sometimes. Come back here. Get back on the... Thank you. You will listen to me. There we go. Do. Alright, so that is the end of this set. That was the last minis I had to wind off. Alright, so just take the remains here, hang those up. I'm not actually sure, Wormhead. I need to ask Becca about that. I think she was waffling. We were at Vogue Knitting Live New York this past January. I was actually at that show. I ran the booth for a good chunk of it. But I would have to ask Becca directly. If we're actually doing that or not. I mean, I can shoot her a message and ask, that's for certain. And then if she responds and you're still here, I can give you a give you a response, because things have been coming on and off the calendar pretty much constantly. So yeah. No, not vague. Vogue. Oh my god, phone. So, like, I've asked her, I sent her a message and asked, so we shall see what the response is. Oh, yes. Yes, a lot of people said they miss, seeing and touching it and stuff. And, like, that's part of the reason why we started the Twitch channel and stuff, is just so that people can kind of get a peek behind the scenes, see what we're doing, but also, like, see the colors we're working on, maybe anything new that's coming up. But, so I've just finished this, so I will hold up the gradient as a full, I don't have a particularly large chance, but here it is. Hold up to this camera and see how that looks. It's looking a little yellow. It's a little more green in person, but this is the full gradient. Let's see if I can hold it up to this camera a little better. I can put it on my hand like this and hold it up. So I think you can see the gradient there, but also, like, the lighting's not great over in this corner, so, but light to dark. My labels. I have the... Why is my Fitbit buzzing? Fitbit, why are you... Come on, Fitbit. Oh, okay. It's like, hey, you've done your steps for the hour. Yes, I know. Thank you. I'm aware, Fitbit. Thank you. Yeah, a lot of people giggle at our colorway names. I giggle at our colorway names. And there's some that are more obscure references than others. For certain. Some of them are very obscure references, and some of them are not quite so obscure. Oh, I might have gotten a response. Nope, not a response. Clarifying question. I like the geeky ones. Yes, there are plenty of geeky ones too. Both. I don't think there's a lot of video game geeky ones. I should make sure we get some video game geeky colors in there. I feel like we need to add some for that. But we have plenty of book geeky and painting artist geeky. So, yes. I don't need these labels anymore. Those can go away. Don't need this sheet until I'm done with the next set. Just gonna go under there. Looks like we are not going to be doing Vogue, Wormhead, just so you know. It looks like we're not doing the virtual one. Took Becca a minute to get back to me, but it looks like we are not currently planning to do it. But we might. It's still a little up in the air, so we may or may not. We may or may not. It's not finalized. Right now, Becca's not planning on it, but we might do it anyways, because we can still, I think we can still sign up, you know, because it's all virtual, so it's not like we have to, like, take up space and whatever, so, you know, we'll see. So, and here's the bundle. All set. All bundled up. Yeah, the light in here is looking a little yellow. I think it's because of my blinds, but I closed, so like my blinds are old and yellowed because we got them with the house and they're not new. But I closed them because otherwise, like, the direct sunlight would mess things up. But I think it's screwing with my colors. I think it's making everything yellow. But I think the sun has moved enough now I can actually open them back up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stick this label down. I'm gonna take the headset off. I'm gonna walk to the other side of the camera, open the blinds again, and that may make my light less yellow. Certainly got a bit brighter. I'm not sure if it's any less yellow, but it certainly got brighter in here because I opened the blinds. Anyways, back to this. I'm bundling these up. So I kind of put them into a circle in my hand. See here? Kind of put them into a circle in my hand. So I do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to get the colors. That also gives like the bundles a consistent look. I'm not just like grabbing a handful. I'm like holding the handful the same way, if that makes sense. Like I do my best to hold the handful in a consistent manner so that they look right. So I do 1, 2, 3 like that, right, in my hand. Then I put number 4 here. Then I go 5, 6, 7. And there you go. Nice little bundle. I need like 4 more lamps in this room, I think is what I need. I will say the sunlight itself is very yellow right now, so like it's not really helping. It's not like white light, it's like definitely like yellow. Like it's definitely, the sunlight's definitely yellow. Oh, the cat saw a reflection of the sunlight off my Fitbit, and she immediately jumped up off her cushion like, I want to chase it, I want to chase it. And it's just like, no, sorry, Zoe, it's not gonna stay where you can chase it. Alright, so I've got my 7 sets here. Now they're gonna go in the tote bag. Let's go back to Becca's house so we can ship them off to Webb's. Come on, get... There we go. I can put this back on the table. I can move on to the next set. Which, this is gonna be Into Darkness. So what I'm gonna do is... Now I'm just gonna lean across the camera here. No, that's not what I want, thank you. There we go. Update what it says on screen. There we go. Is that the last couple of days? Oh, I bet. Yeah, there's been some really nice stuff. I mean, it's been really nice. I mean, the daylight's been nice, but also, like, the days are so short that it's just like, you know? But it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, you know, if you can catch a good sunset, that's really nice. The sun rises on, like, in that direction of my house, and it sets vaguely that way. So we face mostly south in my house, which means the front of my house gets a lot of sun during the day. But this end of our attic, 'cause this is a finished attic, this is not, you know, an actual proper second story. This is a finished attic. If you couldn't tell from the ceiling, this room gets a lot of sun at the end of the day. In the summer, it kind of sucks, because it's really hot. But right now, you know, it's nice, because it means that this room is like, you know, 74, 76 degrees Fahrenheit. You know, it's not actually like 68 like the rest of the house, so that's always fun. It's nice. This room is nice. This room is nice and warm. So, I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm putting these skeins on the winder in a very specific way, because I like to take them off in a specific way and keep them in color order. So, what I do is that with these, I'm starting in the middle with number 4. So I put 4, 3, this is 2, and then I'll put 1. So that when I pull them off, as I pull them off this winder, I get 1, 2, I get 1, 2, 3, 4 as I go. So I put like the last one of the grouping on first, so that it's the last one I pull off, so that they stay in the proper color order. Excuse me for just a sec. I basically need to vacuum up all the cat hair, and so my nose is just like, because I move stuff, my nose is just like, ah. So these are the last 3 colors of the set, and I'll leave those there. There we go. There we go. That's the first like color of the set. And now to take care of all the ties. So what I do is I do the ties that aren't holding the ends first. So all the ends go up top here. It's like, you know, the ends of each of the skeins, but there's also other ties holding the skein together, so I always cut all of those first, and then I do the ties holding the ends of the skein. But this is Iacos. I don't have any more Yaksha to do, unfortunately. I'm done with the Yaksha. I only had the one set of Yaksha, so I did that first. But Iacos is just our 100% merino 2-ply fingering, and it's really nice. Wears pretty well, and yeah, it's a nice, like, good workhorse yarn. It's like I think it's our oldest base. Yeah, it's our oldest base. This is our oldest base. We do a lot with it. Alright. I don't know if you can see them on stream. Not really. There are hooks here on the winder, and that's what the yarn is going through to make sure it goes onto this part properly. Because otherwise it would be a little chaotic, so this just helps. Those little rings, not really hooks, they're like, what do you call them? What do you call them? What do you call these things? Dang it. They're like the screw-in eye holes, you know, to hang stuff on. Those. It's like that. It's not actually like a hook. It's like a closed loop. Or mostly closed loop. Eyebolt. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Eyebolt. Who is that? Left. Thank you. Left. Allergies are just doing a little bit of a number on me. Sorry, folks. Who's messaging me? Okay. There we go. All right. Whoop. Nope. No. No. Nope. I need to move my water. That would be bad if I knocked that over there. Whoops. Good thing I caught it. Yeah, it'd be funny, but then it would be like, oh, crap. I mean, look, they probably wouldn't go far, you know, and everything's up off the table a little bit, but yeah, having to deal with wet yarn is not fun. Try to avoid accidents, if at all possible. Yeah, so I don't know if those of you watching have seen some of our live streams, but Kel has talked about the origin of why our minis are 7 and why there's 7 in a mini set and why we do 7 minis from a skein before, but I'll say it again. So what it is that the first mini set we ever did was a rainbow set for Pride, because Becca and Kel part of that community, and so as like a thing of pride to do a rainbow, so they wanted red, orange, yellow, green, blue. They actually do 2 shades of blue and a purple, so like purple violet kind of thing. And that's 7 colors, and so they're like, okay, well, if we do 7 colors, if we split them into 7 mini skeins, we can get 7 and 7 and just have, you know, nice even numbers. Not that 7's an even number, but 7 and 7, they match, right? So that's what we went with, and that's kind of just become our thing, which means that our minis are not standard minis. So like the ones we could get from the mill are 20 grams. These are about 14 grams. And so that difference in the minis means that ours are a little different. So like ours are 7 to a full skein, whereas the mill minis are 5 to a full skein of yarn. So, really, with the box of ends on the table, normally just get rid of them. If people want it for, like, you know, stuffing for, like, little plushies or amigurumi or whatever, it's fine for that. Becca and Kel's daughter, Lily, she's also put it out, like, in those, like, wicker balls for the birds on occasion. But they don't really have any real purpose. The ends that we keep, like, the ones that are on the, you know, that I have here that are like loops of yarn. I don't know if you can see it. No, you can't really see it on the stream. But they're like, you know, multiple wraps of the Swift. Those we do ball up into little balls and put them in packs that we call poppers, and we normally sell them at shows. We're trying to figure out a good way to sell them online. But, you know, it's these little ones we don't normally keep because these are just like the ties or the small cutoffs, so we don't normally keep them for anything unless somebody wants them for stuffing. No, not like the Futurama stack. Poppers isn't a pop of color in a larger project. So like, oh my god, I'm sorry, hold on. Zoe has very long fur that likes to go up your nose. Just saying. When we say poppers, we mean like a pop of color. So like it'll be just a couple of yards. It won't be really much. It'll be like, you know, 5 grams or less of a color. And so you can get little bits and bobs and use it as scrap projects, or as like a pop of color at like a cuff or something, or a cuff, or you know. So. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's a really good idea. Yeah. We normally do them by like weight. So like for the idea about packing out the poppers, we normally put them in bags. We have like a certain weight, but we also like group them by color. So like here's some blue and blue adjacent poppers. Here's some yellow and yellow adjacent poppers. Here's some purple and purple adjacent. And when I say like adjacent, I mean like light purple, dark purple, multi-purple kind of things. So. Cat's meowing at me, and I'm just ignoring her. So I got minis to wind. A rainbow popper? Yeah, I mean, I can run it by Becca. Oh, yeah, that would be really fun for a beekeeper. Yeah, I hope that works out for you, Quelfie. That'd be fun. They might be a little tangled, too, just as an FYI, because I know the ones I sent you were not the greatest. Sorry. Like, some of them got a little tangled in just being around for an extended period of time. But yeah, a rainbow popper set would definitely be fun. Yeah, hey, whatever works. If you're happy with it, you know, Glad you'll get some use out of them. There we go. Come on. Making a note. Because I want to write down the Rainbow Poppers idea. Just in case, you know, you actually want to do something. You know, write it down so I don't forget. Because if I don't write it down, I keep wanting to lean this way because then I can see my computer screen, but I really should lean this way so I'm actually on camera. And not like, you know, behind the Swift. Because that's the thing. I feel like maybe I should move that light over here aiming at this so that y'all can see it. Actually, I'll do that real quick because I feel like, you know, I should let you be able to see the colors that are, you know, in the yarn cam a little more clearly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this lamp, put it over here on top of my printer because, you know, why not? It can just sit on top of my printer for now. I don't need to scan anything anyways. Come on. I got a thing. Oh. Mrs. Nitty, thank you for the follow. It is very much appreciated. Come on. Okay. Plug that in. Mrs. Nitty, again, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Let me turn that off because that's getting hot. So if I put this on. Hey, that helps. Yay. Better color. I mean, yeah, you can email. That would just put the suggestion in our mind. I can also make sure to separate out the leftover rainbow that I do today, just so that we have them. I also have some frame roll left over from the other day hanging on the back of the door that I can actually pull out. That'd be fun, yeah. But one like set of minis isn't really enough leftover yarn to make a popper set. We would need like 3 or 4 sets worth of leftovers to do like a full rainbow poppers. So, you know, just as an FYI too, it wouldn't be like immediately like 1 set of minis doesn't equal a popper set. It's usually 2 or 3 or even 4 sets of minis equal a popper set. Oh yeah, it's getting warm up here. I just looked at I have a thermometer up here. It is like it's like 78 Fahrenheit. It's like, oof, it's getting warm. So I just realized I didn't say this. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the fact that, you know, how I wed minis and stuff, I twist them up. And then because it's hard to like bend this in half, you know, evenly, I actually have a metal chopstick taped to the underside of the table here, and I fold the mini in half over the chopstick. And that's how I get it to do the thing so nicely, is I have a chopstick I'm using to fold it in half over so that, you know, it comes out nice and even. You're making my nose run, little girl. Yeah, your fur's long. There we go. Whew. So, but if anybody has any other questions, feel free. Or she can, you know, try to climb that chair. Awesome. Okay. You can get in the chair, but you can't get in the bag. How about that? Is that a good compromise? You can get in the chair, but not the bag? Oh, she's a silly kitty. So I just realized my alarm to take meds went off like, you know, 40 minutes ago, and I haven't done that yet, so I'm gonna do that because I just realized, oh crap, I didn't do the thing. So I'm just gonna walk off camera here for a sec. There we go, all set. Go sit on the cushion, cat. There we go, all set. Back to what I was doing. Yes, this one is Into Darkness. So it's a blue-gray, and it goes from a light blue-gray to a dark blue-gray. I think it's looking a little more blue on this camera than it really is. It's a little gray, or it's not quite this blue. Don't know if it'll fix it if I hold it up. No, this camera's, the color's off, and I'm not sure why, but it's not actually quite that blue. It's definitely more gray, but it's called Into Darkness. You can look it up on our website. Webs also sells it, yarn.com, so, you know, this is actually for them. This is one of the sets they sell, so. And the camera's now blurry, and it's being silly, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to deactivate it and then turn it back on because it's being annoying. Where is it? Logi, thank you. Deactivate. Activate. Why are you still blurry? Come on. Hey, there we go. Cool. I think the other camera is, like, the camera that's showing me is a little more color accurate if I hold it up. Yeah, here, you can see it's a little more like a blue-gray instead of a true blue. Not quite sure why it's showing so blue on the other camera, but I need to adjust the color intensity, I think, but probably shouldn't futz with that now, but I'm totally, like, going to because, you know, playing with stuff on stream while live. It's not a problem I have at all. No. Like, not at all. That's too yellow. Come on, I need like a middle ground here. That's not bad. I'm gonna leave it there. That's a bit better. Less blue, more true. It's not great, but it's definitely more true. Not perfect, but better. Makes my hands look very like pink though, but whatever, that doesn't matter. I want the color of the yarn. I don't care about the color of my skin, I care about the color of the yarn. Which is better now, even though I adjusted it and now like if I put my face in there it'd be bad. Whoop, hello. Helps if this thing doesn't pop off my finger. Sorry for the sniffles. Like I said, allergies. They're annoying. What, Zoe? She's staring at me from my desk chair. Alright, bye Quelfie. Carrie, oh my god, I keep wanting to call you Carrie. I'm just gonna call you Carrie. Alright, bye Carrie, hope you feel better, hope your throat feels better, hope the antibiotics do the trick. Have a good one, bye! This is the problem with people having different screen names in different places. I'm like, who are you? Right? I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just, you know. I'm gonna mute myself so I can blow my nose again real fast. Sorry, guys. Come on, mute button, mute button. Oh, the allergy struggle is real, guys. Like, oh my god. So bad. You'd think like in December I wouldn't be having allergy attacks. Mm-mm. There we go. I'm not doing too bad on total amount of time it takes me to do these. Actually, Into Darkness, like the lighter parts of Into Darkness, just like a color thing, actually look very similar to another color we do called Lady Jane Grey. So that's kind of a similarity where there's some similar tones. Some of the lighter colors in here in this set look like that other color, but that's when we only do as a like semi-solid tonal on a full skein. So 2 more minis out of these colors, and then onto the next parts of the skeins. I mean, of the gradient, of the color, whatever. Words. You'd think I'd word better. There we go. All right, one more mini, and we're done with these skeins. And then on to those three. There we go. Sometimes you just gotta respond to messages, you know? At least you're not hearing me clack away at my mechanical keyboard, so that's something. I can get really loud. Right, that's it for those. Now for these last three skeins in this color. Whoop, got caught on the chopstick. That happens sometimes. I also like stab myself in the thigh with it on occasion, which is not terribly fun. It really isn't. But it's just a little bit of an occupational hazard. Sometimes it's really hard to tell the shades apart when they're super close to each other. Like these are super close. All right, guys, I need a quick moment. So I'm going to put up a BRB screen, and I'll be back in about 2-3 minutes max. I'll see you in a moment.
A way to break through.
Okay, I'm back. Alright, let's get back to winding and finish up this set at least. Sorry about that, but I needed to walk away for a moment. And walk farther away than I could, you know, in this room. I had to leave the room, so... that is why I had to, do the BRB. Thank you for the welcome back. I appreciate it. Hopefully I don't mess up this one this time, putting this in the correct spots on the arm. There we go. Like I did with the Legolas, because that was good. Zoe's looking at me like, how dare you come back and disturb my sleep? There we go. Oh, come on, you stupid. There we go. Had some strands fall off my finger there. Never fun. Right. That bubbles out. It's gonna be time for the 6th candle soon, so I'll just... Oh, come on. Did you seriously just go out? You, Of course, you know, I need new light bulbs for this thing, so it's not, like... You at least one of you work, please. No. Okay. Well, alrighty then. That's just lovely. And none of these are working. Cool. Yeah, none of those are working. Fun times. Okay. Well, I guess can't light the 6th candle on that one. I have another electric one that's just LEDs, but I don't know what kind of... Takes a micro USB. Let's see. Get rid of that. I think this is the correct kind of plug on this. Yes, it is. Aha. I like doing stuff for the holidays. You know, I mean, I know they're not everyone's holidays, but, you know, not everyone celebrates Christmas. So I feel like it's nice to do something for my holiday once in a while, you know? Like, I don't know, I just like doing something for my holiday. Okay, you go there. Reach. Haha, it does reach. Cool. Alright, let's turn it on. This one has a remote control. It's fancy. Hey, there we go. Alright, let's go with that. Ta-da! There we go. That was a worthwhile diversion. Okay, still, I don't think the light looks too terrible because I've completely lost the sunlight. Basically, it's not quite dark out, but I've completely lost the light. But I don't think it looks that bad actually in terms of like the video. Like I don't think the light looks bad on the video. I know that back there is kind of in shadow and stuff, but can't do too much about that. This room is pretty long this way. It's narrow this way and long that way. So. Here we go. I realized that I'd had batteries in this and the batteries died, so I need to take the batteries out in order to make it run off the plug. Because, you know, that's the thing. There we go. Now it shouldn't turn off because it's plugged in. There we go. There we go. All right. There we go. Okay. Whoop. So I don't let go of the end. The other thing I always do is I make sure I stop this winder at the same spot in the rotation, because then I know it's balanced and it's not going to turn on me or go anywhere. So I'm always stopping them at the same like position in the circle I make. There we go. That's 3. There we go. Also, I make sure I tie the knots really tight because you do not want the knots coming undone. Just realized I have a paper cut on my finger. That's not fun. That's an ow. I'm like trying not to sneeze because of cat hair. Always fun. Alright, 4 down, 3 to go. So I just had a problem with my headphones. Sorry, they basically like decided to disconnect from the computer, and so iTunes pauses when it, I think, play. So it's still picking up my mic. Why are you doing the thing, speakers? Yes, please. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close iTunes and reopen iTunes because obviously the mic is working. The headset's working because y'all can hear me on the mic. So let's reopen iTunes and see what happens with the playlist I have. That's all the royalty-free music. Yes, please. Shuffle, please. Hey! And the music's back. Awesome. Cool. There we go. My headphones just decided to be silly for some reason. I think it's because I have an extender cord on this because the cord on these headphones is not long enough to reach under the table. So I'm using an extender cord that is USB 3, USB A 3, but it's, still not the greatest because there is an extra connection in there between me and the computer in terms of like the headset. So that's why I wanted to use the wireless ones, but like I can't get the audio to come through the wireless ones while also using them as a mic because OBS is stupid. So I don't understand like what OBS's problem is because like if Zoom can do it, Discord can do it, like my friggin' like telehealth with my doctor can do it, right? If I can hear, through the headset and use it as a mic at the same time with all these other programs, why can't I do it in OBS, right? I'm just like, come on. Makes no sense. It's very silly. And I'm like, OBS, you need to have this functionality. Okay, please, thanks. Some of us don't want to be tied by wires to our computers because it could be dangerous because we're moving around. Oh my god, so my phone was blowing up with Facebook Messenger earlier, and now my phone's blowing up with like regular text messages. What the hell? What? Why is somebody setting... What? DHL? What? I'm confused. What is going on? No, that's not what I wanted. I'm gonna have to figure out what that is. I don't know what... Wait, okay, anyways. that seriously? Oh, this piece of... Did this seriously just decide to come off? You piece of... Well, I'll do these two at least. Because of course it decided to be a silly... I didn't notice there wasn't a third one on there. Because of course I didn't, because I'm trying to move fast and get these done, and... There's no number 3. Stay. Stay. So what I'm going to do is, because like I don't want to mess it up and I can't wind like just one mini off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just have my numbers off. So I'm going to do, you know, colors 5 and 6. And so I don't have a 6th one for color 7. So what I'm going to do is, you know, this one is going to be for color, the 6th one for color 7. It'll be the 7th one for colors 5 and 6. And that's how I'm going to do that. Alright, so I'll tie these off. You know, sometimes you just gotta learn from your mistakes and figure out a workaround and figure out what's gonna work best. So, I have the 7th mini of colors 5 and 6. Then I have the 6th mini of color 7. So, I have that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the leftovers of colors 5 and 6. I take those off so that they don't get in the way. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take and I'm going to wind the 7th of color 7. And you know, after this, I think actually I'm going to be done. My knees are starting to really bug me because this floor is uneven and it's not the greatest to stand on for long periods. I need to get some extra, like, I need to put down some, like, mats or something to stand on the floor here because they're just not, the floor's not great to stand on. It's an uneven attic floor and it kind of, like, goes a bit. So I think I'm going to just call it after this, after I bundle up the midis and everything. Simply because my knees have had it. I have more winding to do, but it's not going to happen today because my knees have had it. So probably get another stream in later this week with more mini winding. There we go. So that's the last one of this. Take this extra off. This can get out of the way. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I mean, it's more just I'm not used to standing for long periods of time anymore. I used to be very used to standing for hours on end. But with the pandemic, I kind of trailed off on that for a while, and so I'm just not used to it anymore. You know, like a lot of us are not used to being on our feet for as long as we used to be, so. So, but, you know, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, I actually have some mats downstairs. I normally use them for blocking, when I block shawls and stuff, or just blocking anything in general. I pin stuff to it. They're like the squishy, cushiony, like floor mats that you're meant to stand on. I can actually bring those up here and put them on the floor right here in front of the table so that I have some extra cushioning. That'll definitely help. I also think I need some new insoles for my shoes because yeah, I think I need new insoles for my shoes. But that's a different thing entirely. But I finished this. I have gradient. Yes, gradient. Okay. So, just label these. But yeah, I know that standing on an uneven floor is not great for you. I don't really have a great way to level this floor, but also, like, if I bring the mats up, that'll definitely help. Also, like, in regards to, like, a next stream, I don't really have a schedule with this because I kind of am winding minis as needed, but I might do one in the morning, depending. Morning my time, which is East Coast time, because, yeah. Also, like, I do put past streams up on our YouTube. I'm a little behind in uploading them, so I need to do that, but that's, you know, something I can work on later. There we go. Okay. So I'm gonna hold this up so you can see the entire color. So now it should be more color accurate in the front, and like the cam that's showing my face. Yeah, that's pretty accurate color actually. That's pretty good on the color. So this is Into Darkness as the mini set. We sell these to Webs, and yeah. If these could not stick to each other, that would be good. I haven't listened to all these songs, and I just realized that this one is probably not the best one to have in this playlist if I'm trying to keep this, like, family-friendly for a stream, because I think there was just an F-bomb in there, so I'm just like, Yeah, how about I just skip this song, because I think this one was, Where's the rate? Let's do 1 star, and let's just do next, because I think this one, yeah. I didn't pre-listen to these. This one, oh hey, a whole bunch of royalty-free music that I'm not going to get copyright striked for using. And then I just didn't listen to any of it. I just downloaded a whole bunch of it, so yeah. Alright, that's 4. And my thing is being stupid again. I'm sorry if the video just froze. My headset did the thing again, so I think it's also like time to just call it a day because of that. But I'm going to restart iTunes. Come on, iTunes. Come on, iTunes. Come on, iTunes. Please restart. Thank you. Okay, so just have some music for a little bit, just so I can finish up here. I just need it to, like, hang on for just long enough to finish up here, so. Alright, this is the last one. So. Let me just bundle this up. It'll behave. Come on. Come on, you. I will make you do the thing. You will behave. Alright, so that is it. I've got my pile of 7 here. And that's it. So thank you for watching. Thank you for checking out the stream. If you followed, thank you. I'm talking very generically here because people have popped in and out. Viewers, not viewers. Anyways, thank you for checking out the stream. I've appreciated it. Thank you for keeping me company while I wound. Sorry I only got through 2 sets, but hopefully I will be back with the rest sooner rather than later. I will see you guys all next time. Where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? Alright, bye!